This is my wooden train layout. And for this one, I built a lot of railroads. Sorry. I have a big collection of wooden train layouts. And I'm going to show you one of my most impressive ones that in my opinion, I've ever built. So, I have 8 railroads in this. All my engines, all my train cars are on here. All of these are wooden short line, aside from the ones me and my dad have created. Like, say, these, they're Milwaukee. Can't find those at Little Short Line. And this one, there will be others. So, I'm going to show you through the layout. So, I'm going to start with a railroad called CSX. CSX is what I probably have the most engines of, aside from Canadian National, which I wouldn't have if me and my dad didn't build 6 engines, which coincidentally, these engines are me and my dad's favorite railroads, Grand Trunk and Illinois Central, and bought by the same railroad, Canadian National. And a Little Short Line also just recently made these GM&O, which are actually in the family line of Illinois Central. So that's really cool. And so here we go. This is the CSX main yard, which is also shared by Burlington, Norfolk, Santa Fe, and Union Pacific. And I guess Kankakee, Beaverville, and Southern. And so, this is CSX main yard, and this is where its 2 tracks merge, joining a 2-line main line, which makes a 3-line main line added with Norfolk Southern. And this is the Norfolk Southern. Part is 3 customers, a switch engine here to help organize the ethanol plant, and that was an auto carrier place that the cars are gone because a railroad, Norfolk Southern, is switching them with CSX that are loaded off right there. And there is the 3-line main line. And CSX has a power plant, a grain spur, and a steel customer before this. And it also has an ethanol plant right here. And this is where it stores all its engines. And I have some C-44s, GP-38 switch engines. Let's see here. I also have Metra engines. And me and my dad also built... I forgot Alcos. And there's also these. They're a type of GP-38s that were originally meant for passenger, designed, switched to freight. Like some of that were still used for passenger, but some used for freight. And one of the biggest users of this was Milwaukee, and so we built this. And so CSX goes under the couch and comes out here where the Norfolk Southern CSX split ways. And this is where the auto carriers went. And actually, there's a train under the couch. Don't know if you could see that. Sorry. There's CSX train. Auto carriers down there. And CSX 2-line main line goes here. It has the boxcar customer, which is a switch engine to help switch the boxcars into a train to be picked up. And ends with connecting in Chicago with the Burlington, Norfolk, Santa Fe, which is right there, and Union Pacific. And by the way, I know Union Pacific and Burlington, Norfolk, Santa Fe are bigger than CSX, but I have more engines. Norfolk Southern has this intermodal customer, which I'll bring up later. It's where it goes. It has its engines right there. And this is Norfolk Southern's yard. And this is its grain customer. And that's where it connects with Burlington, Northern Santa Fe. Sorry, I have my thing on the lens. It also connects with Canadian Pacific. Here's where Canadian Pacific stores its engines. By the way, I also know. How was it? I'm not sure. And there's the power plant. Its power plant. This is its boxcar customer, which is probably the biggest customer on the line. This is where another boxcar plant is. That's the Canadian Pacific. And that is the end of CSX and Norfolk Southern and Canadian Pacific. So we also have Kansas City Southern. Now, I didn't have much room for Kansas City Southern. So I have a power plant here, a grain spur here. There are its engines. There's a connection with Burlington, Northern Santa Fe. There's its bridge to ethanol plant and that flat car there. I'll give you a second to figure out why that flat car is there next to an ethanol plant. While I explain you this, grain plant, which is operated by a switch engine right there. And the reason why that flat car is there is because ethanol is toxic and can explode near the engines if hooked right next to it. So that's why the flat car separates it from the engines. And that's why you'll sometimes see tank cars separated by coal car, grain car, flat car, something car. It is separated by that. And so that's the Kansas City Southern. Here's the Kankakee, Beaverville, and Southern. Now, this railroad, it's a short line that at least this is its paint scheme, and we also built these. You won't find these on a little short line. There's this connection with CSX and shares the yard. Well, it has an engine bought from CSX, a Conrail engine, and there is its car repair plant where in all my cars, some of them are broken. That boxcar has a dented wheel, and this has a missing bottom, and this has a missing axle. Sorry. That's good. And there is all of its fixing, and that's actually a boxcar plant. And there it has a grain customer and another grain customer. Sorry, you didn't get a very good shot at that. And this is the Indiana Railroad, which has an intermodal customer. And this is what I was talking about by the intermodal generated by the Norfolk Southern. And although the intermodal in real life is actually made in Japan, I can't just put a Japan railroad in there. And so it's generated by Norfolk Southern, which ends up going here to the intermodal plant, which is actually operated in Indianapolis, where Indiana Road ends. Well, one branch of it. And there is its backup space. There's its crane to unload the intermodal. And there, it goes up, has a tube trestle, which is a famous bridge, the biggest bridge of all of Indiana. And here, Indiana Railroad actually has two lines. A Terre Haute branch that goes and south of it goes to a military base, a huge one. And the other one goes to the border of Illinois, where it actually in real life gets its intermodal cars. But here it's the grain customer, and in its yard, Jasonville, the main yard, it has a power plant customer. Well, I don't know about that, but it has an engine repair plant, so I have some old engines, how it goes. And then it also has a big coal plant, coal customers, and this is where a coal plant is. And there are ex-Milwaukee trains that me and my dad built, and these, what are they? The Terra Hope to the military plant was actually ex-Milwaukee tracks, and I had nowhere else to put the Milwaukee ones, and I'm trying to fit every engine on there. Well, I'm trying. Didn't succeed. And there are my Indiana Railroad engines, and they don't actually have C44s. They actually have SD90s, SD40s, GP38, and me and my dad once saw GP11s there. I'm not sure they still have those. And so that's the Indiana Railroad. And let's see here. I haven't done Union Pacific and Burlington, Northern Santa Fe. Burlington, Northern Santa Fe, and Union Pacific have similar routes. So they go from here under the Tool Trestle, which isn't actually in real life. They don't actually have to go into Indiana at all. Actually, does Burlington, Northern Santa Fe no, I don't think so. Can't think of where it goes. But anyways, it goes here. There's a river there. And here we go into Springfield. Union Pacific has a customer right there. Has a coal spur, which goes around, connects back into there. Here it has a bridge. And Burlington, Northern Santa Fe has a customer. Here's its connection with Kansas City Southern. And if we go around here, there's its boxcar customer. And in Chicago we come. There's Burlington, Northern Santa Fe. There's Union Pacific. There's its yard. That's its Union Pacific's final customer. There's connection to CSX. And that just about does it. So, hope you enjoyed it. I'll be filming others in time. And anyways, thank you for watching.